So we're looking at doing a blind hem on our Beother LS14 machine, and it's what a blind hem is a stitch that you've produced on the underside of your garment or project, your curtains, your trousers, and then on the reverse, which is your main outside of your fabric, it's invisible. Now if you look closely, you can see that it's invisible. Possibly in some places it's visible, and on this machine that we do have two options. So you've got the option of doing it for a non-stretch fabric like this, and then a stretch fabric like this, and the stretch hem doesn't tear. So ideally we're looking at getting something like that. So with practice you end up with an invisible hem. But if you're shooting through, you might find that you get that. But on fabric where you use the same colour and after a press, it becomes invisible. So let me show you how this is done. So the machine has the two options, as I said to you before. We have 12 and 14. 12 gives us a straight stitch for the woven fabrics. So you get the straight stitch and then a zigzag that catches the hem. And then the 14, it does a zigzag all the way through and catches a large zigzag on the hem. We're going to practice on a woven fabric rather than a knit. And I'm going to bring you out a little bit and show you how to fold your hem. So it's not difficult, it's just as you do a regular hem. So you've got your main raw edge folded away, and then you fold your fabric for your hem. You throw some pins in there, and let's see, let's put 3 in there. Now on with your machine you didn't receive a special blind hem foot which looks something like this, and what happens is a screw just moves this wall back and forward so that it will glide and sits against that wall as you hem. But we don't hold our fabric like that, we actually hold our fabric this way, and we're going to sew our zigzag on there, and that larger zigzag is going to catch this fabric, which is where we will see our blind hem, or rather not see our blind hem, but we might do on this orange fabric. So we want to fold our fabric like this. So that's our hem. We're going to fold the main body of the fabric away, and we'll throw a few pins in, put a few pins in there. Now I'm going to put them on the hem part so that I can remove this pin underneath. So you need to give quite a wide raw edge fold. Maybe not as much as that, but definitely 1 centimetre at least. You need at least 1 centimetre folded over there. Ideally look for about 1.5 centimetre fold, and that's because on this machine the zigzag is quite wide. I think it's 7 millimeters. Okay, so 1 centimetre should do it, but the reason why I like to do it wider is because if you do it too close to the edge, so this straight line, if you do it too close to the edge, it will look not so attractive on the wrong side, and I think this is quite smart, so it stays away from the edge. So that's our fabric folded. Now I'm going to show you a close-up of the foot. Now on the foot you can see right in the centre there's a groove. If I can focus, there's a groove dead centre, and just on the side there there's also that slit, just there, that slit. We want to keep our fold of fabric just at that slit, and I wondered perhaps if that's why, rather than put that slit dead centre, if that's why Beother have put that there, because as I keep that fold right in that slit, I will just catch that fold, the main body of the fabric, and give myself a lovely blind hem. So hopefully you can see this. Not sure if I can zoom in. I'm going to start a little bit further in. Now, because I'm using thick felt here, the tension might be slightly out. Let's remove this first pin so it's not causing any bulk. And we're going to keep our fabric, let's see if you can see that, so keep the fabric fold on that slit there. So nice and slow. Moved because of that go, so that's it. So there we go, close up for you. So we've got a neat zigzag far away enough from the hem fold, but far enough in to just catch the main fabric of our project, so that when I fold it up, let's remove that pin. But when I fold it over this way, the reverse side of my hem looks beautiful and neat. So if this was a pair of curtains, I'd be quite pleased with that. And then if I flip it over, have a look there. So you can see dots where the fabric's been stitched. But if you look closer, you can't actually see any of those yellow stitches. So what that's telling me is with a press, so if I just rub that, can you see how it's disappearing? Those pierces are actually disappearing. So with a press, that will disappear. That will be my blind hem. And that's how, with the basic LS14, without any fancy gadgets, feet or anything, that's how we produce our blind hem.